So there's a few exciting things going on today. This will probably be another vlog where I'm kind of just doing a million different things throughout the day. But the first thing I've got on the schedule is a meeting at 10. The reason why this one is special is because this is the first one, the first job opportunity that I've had where I didn't reach out and apply for it. They found me and reached out to me. I believe they found my Production Hub account and then checked out my website and then directly messaged me. I think based on the email they sent, this might be a hybrid photo video opportunity. I think they said a B-cam op for an event plus I don't know if they want behind the scenes photography of the video shoot happening or actual photography of the event. I'm sure I'll find that out in this meeting, but yeah, this could be a cool opportunity. The rate they listed was pretty solid as well. So yeah, this could be a cool meeting. Also, I was checking out the channel. We hit 50 subscribers. That was pretty quick. That's been awesome. I mean, I've been pleasantly surprised by how well these are doing. My first one got 473 views, 228, kind of a dud. Decently well, pretty well, 42, another dud. But no, that's a joke. But seriously, thank you guys for everyone. I've been getting messages and comments and stuff, just saying I don't know, just being super supportive and super encouraging and making me feel like you guys actually care about and want to see the stuff I'm doing. So yeah, thank you guys. Seriously, it means a lot that you guys want to hang out and want to see what I'm doing and, feeling like I have something of value to share, even though I'm definitely younger and newer to the industry. But yeah, we're going to keep going, and I'm excited for the journey ahead. All right, meeting went great. I'm going to give that a nice 5 stars. Yeah, that went great. I wasn't sure as I was joining if they were already good with me or if this was more of a vetting thing where they were going to see if they wanted to go with me or not. But they were ready to go and happy with me. So that's always a nice feeling, feeling like you're going in and they already want to work with you. So that's great. It'll be just a single day. And it's actually a few hours from where I live. So I'll have to drive there. But because it's one day, I don't think I'll stay overnight. I'll just drive down, work, and then drive back up, unless it's crazy early in the morning start and I might have to get a hotel the night before. But yeah, we'll see what that ends up being. So I got to get my batteries charged up. These are 2 of my 3 V mounts, and these are the 2 that are identical. So I'm getting both of these charged up, and then I'm just spending some time cleaning my room because I don't have a ton of space. I just definitely have too many things for this small of a room. I don't have an office space, so all my gear and everything has to be inside my bedroom. So I'm going to spend some time just cleaning this up because it gets messy pretty quick. And again, part of it is my fault for just not keeping it as organized as I could. But the other part of it is, again, I literally just don't have enough room for all the things that I have. I tinkered a little bit with the rig for tonight. I've got a shoot. It's technically a rehearsal shoot, but my church is doing the band actually does original songs, and they're doing a live recording, and they want a bunch of video content for it. So they're bringing in a whole bunch of camera operators. So this is going to be my rig for said event, which is not this week. We have a rehearsal for it tonight. Anyways, this is the rig that I'm going to be using. I've got the Sigma 70-200 on the FX3. Rigging it up for V-mount just so that I don't have to worry about battery power, which our V-mounts are charging over there. And then, yeah, so this is going to be the camera rig I'm using. Focus. Sigma 70-200, FX3. I had to move these rails forward since the last time I built this, I changed this quick release plate to be on the front side, which brought it forward, and I didn't have enough space to put this support in this slot. It was going to hit on the focus ring, so I had to move the rails forward. But small rig mat box. Let me get your thoughts on something. I have the Atomos Ninja 5, and I have the 500 gigabyte Angelbird SSD in there. but I've been looking very seriously at the Hollyland Pyro 7. It would be an awesome solution. It'd be a new monitor, and it would also be a wireless video, and it would be a 7-inch monitor instead of this, which is 5 inches, which nothing wrong with 5 inches. I just don't mind having a giant monitor on my rig, and I would love to have a big screen. So I'd be upgrading from 5 to 7 inches. I'd also be getting an all-in-one transmitter, receiver. I think it's an awesome system with how modular it is. If you haven't seen the Pyro 7, it's great. Watch a review or something, but essentially the monitor itself is a monitor and a transmitter and a receiver. It can be one or the other, and then you switch depending on what your needs are, but it's an all-in-one, like, super accessible system where you can buy 2 of the monitors and use one of them as a transmitter and one of them as a receiver, and then you have a director's monitor. You could also just buy transmitters and receivers independently. So I could get a monitor and a transmitter and put the transmitter on my camera and transmit to the monitor. I could also get a receiver and put the monitor on my camera and transmit from the monitor to the receiver, which the receiver could be connected to any kind of monitor. And also I could get like one of each, and just, I mean, it's just like a super awesome, accessible, modular system that you can do a lot with. And I really think I want to break into that. So let me know what your thoughts are if you have the Pyro 7. But I'm thinking about selling this and potentially getting into that system. So let me know what your thoughts are on that. Another thing I wanted to ask you guys about is this website, Tongle. I had never heard of it before, but I saw a post on Facebook actually about this event. So it's essentially like an open pitch. I haven't had a project like this before where it's pitch based, I guess. I guess they want someone to pitch what their price would be and how they'd accomplish the project. They give a bunch of details in here. But I haven't had anything like this before. If you guys have heard of this website, let me know. I don't think it's like a scam or anything, but I hadn't heard of it before. So if you guys have any experience with this website, let me know. I'm considering submitting for this. I mean, it'd be a pretty sizable project, and it doesn't feel like it's that involved. It just looks like they'd need deliverables of a panel discussion video and a keynote speech. I'm pretty sure 1080p, but I mean, it sounded like they would only need a couple cameras, which I'd be able to rent out, obviously, with that kind of budget. But yeah, let me know if you guys have heard of Tongle, and if you've heard of it, what your experience is. If you have any suspicions about this not being a thing or like not being real or something, but I don't know. It looks pretty legit to me. So yeah, let me know if you guys have heard of this, and I'll probably submit for it. So in case you didn't see, I made this post yesterday asking basically what people's advice were for how to transition from like a one-man band videographer who does everything, like contacts the clients, creates the ideas, or at least works with the clients to create the ideas, does video, audio, multicam, whatever, then takes it home and edits it all. How you go from that to just a DP that shows up, shoots what they want to shoot, and most of the time you're not even dealing with content. Which sometimes when I think about it sounds a little lazy of like, oh, I don't want to do any of the other stuff. But at the same time, like, I love being out and on set, and I hate being at home and editing and like just sitting with like hours and hours and hours of footage to edit. So I asked for advice, and I posted this exact thing. I literally copy pasted it and posted it on Threads as well. And I've been getting some awesome feedback. So if you have any advice on this exact question, feel free to leave it in the comments. Eventually I would love to just be a DP. I don't want to have to deal with all the things that come with being like a one-man band videographer for my whole career. I understand there's a part of me that just needs to like, you know, lock in a little bit and go through the grind, because realistically I'm only a year into my career, a year and some change. And so I need to just kind of, you know, tough it out for a little bit, I'm sure, and build those connections. But at the same time, if there is any way I can expedite this process, I'd love to do that. And then also, I just wanted to say thank you to you guys for giving me such great feedback and leaving comments. And I've had a bunch of nice comments and DMs and everything, just people being very supportive. David Moorfield is awesome. I've been watching his videos for a while, and I shouted him out on my first video I posted, and he has commented on every single one since, and he's been commenting on this. Like, he's just been awesome to interact with, and yeah, honestly, just everyone has been awesome, and shout out to you guys for being just welcoming and supportive of these vlogs, because it's not that I do it, like, I want to be able to have stuff to look back on, and so there is a part of me that's doing it for me, but also I just want to share and be able to build a network and build community. So it's been awesome to feel like that's been part of what's been happening with these videos. Another thing that I have been working on the past couple of days is contracts. So I am, again, like I said, I'm like a year and some change into my freelance career. And so a lot of my early gigs / clients were all like people I knew / friend referrals / whatever. And so should I have been using contracts? Definitely. But I was kind of just in this place where, like, I know this person, so I'm not worried about anything going wrong with them relationally or anything like that. I'm now getting to the place where I'm not only starting to work with people that I don't know personally, but I'm also, starting to experience frustrations even with people that I know or kind of know. And it's entirely just because no specific timelines or specifications have been set in place. And so I've been working on building a contract. So this is what we're looking at right now. And I'll kind of scroll through this. So obviously I'd change this based on each project, but we've got our agreement, scope of work, production schedule. That way there's production will take place on the date of or dates of. Post-production will be completed and delivered to the client by blank. That gives me a deadline that helps keep me accountable for, when things are going to be due. Payment, I want to start doing an initial non-refundable deposit for my gigs. I'm currently not doing that. Everything is pretty much, I get paid once I submit it and it's done. So I'm really wanting to start doing an initial non-refundable deposit. And then the remaining balance, I want to start doing the remaining balance of the remaining 75% due on the production day. Obviously, this requires a little bit of trust from my clients of, making sure that they trust my work and that they're not going to pay me once they see it and once it's done. They have to just trust that I'm going to do a good job. But that's what I've seen a lot of other people do, and that's kind of what I would consider mostly an industry standard. So that's what I would kind of want to do is non-refundable deposit as soon as we sign the contract, 25%, and then the remaining 75% due on the day of production. And then that way they know that I have all my money paid. I'm not waiting to finish the project to get paid. And they know exactly, because it's in here, when they're getting the video. And obviously I'm going to add something in for revisions to be finished within, a week of the notes being submitted. I'll add that in, but yeah, and I'm allowing for one revision of the final edit. Any changes made after the V2 edit has been approved will be billed in addition to the standard fee at a cost of $100 per. I don't want to do a per hour thing. That just feels, I could theoretically spend 5 hours on it and then they feel like it's expensive, or I could spend a half hour on it, but then I feel like I got cheated out. So I'm just going to do $100 per revision and leave it at that. Ownership, cancellation, and rescheduling. Obviously, I don't want to, get booked and then lose out. So I have it. If there's notice if they're just completely canceling, then an additional 25% payment. So that means if they cancel within 48 hours of the production date, then I make a total of 50% of the total budget. That just protects me to make sure that I'm not losing out on money that I could have gotten from other gigs. If they reschedule within 48 hours, they'll have to make a new 25% deposit to secure the rescheduled date. If they decide to reschedule outside of 48 hours, then the 25% deposit just applies to the new date. They don't have to submit a new one. Again, that within 48 hours thing is just to protect me, to make sure I'm not losing out on equipment. I'm losing out on prep time. Like 2 days before is about when I start to prep for gigs. So I just want to make sure that my work is being compensated fairly. So I definitely have some things to add to this, but this contract I think is going to be awesome to help me just kind of be protected and help them be protected. And we can just kind of, again, be more clear about exactly how this process is going to work. I know the vlog today has kind of been all over the place. Thank you for bearing with me. I just love to share a lot of things. And I honestly think too that, again, this is something I feel like a lot of people in this industry focus on the art or the craft first. And that's definitely been me for the past year. I've been doing everything I can to, improve my cinematography, improve my lighting, improve my, buy more gear. Like, I've been focused so much on that side of things, and I just have not been focusing on the business side. And I really honestly think that that could be such a big thing for the long term. Like, 5-10 years down the line, I'm not going to think to myself, oh, I'm so glad I upgraded to the Pyro 7, you know what I mean? Or stayed with the Ninja 5. I'm going to think to myself, wow, I'm so glad I've started using contracts. I couldn't imagine my workflow without that. So if you are in this industry and you are focused more on the craft than the business, know that the business side is important as well. And the craft is important as well. You have to do good work, but I'm really getting to this point where I'm realizing I really need to focus on this business stuff to really take myself to the next level. All right, and this is all we are bringing tonight. Water bottle and FX3 rig, Sigma 70-200. And then in here, I've got my gimbal packed up because someone else is going to be shooting with that. 2 V-mount batteries. They're the 98 watt hour ones. So we've got battery 2 and battery 1. I'm going to flip them that way. In here, I've got my new black mist diffusion filter, SD cards extra. One's already in the camera. And then on the side, I've got my little tripod for my phone. So we're all packed up. This is all we need to bring. Nice little tiny kit. And let's get going. I'm so glad I have this rental truck that has so much space so that I can bring my camera, water bottle, and a backpack. The shoot was fun. One of the tricky things that is going to be going on, which I won't have to deal with, is that we are going to be shooting. The church owns and shoots on mostly Blackmagics, while obviously I'm on a FX3. We have a few other guys on FX3s as well. And then the production cameras are actually Canon C300s. I'm not sure which one, there's a bunch of different, like Mark II, Mark III, Mark IV. I have no idea. But that's what they're shooting on. So there's going to be a lot of color matching required. So they were, trying to tune in settings and figure out everything. But I'm really excited. It's going to be a cool thing. It's going to be a cool project to be helping out with. I am volunteering for this. I think being generous with your time is one of the most awesome things you can do as a creative. Obviously, you have to respect your schedule, and working for free isn't always the best, but being able to offer your skills and be generous with them, I think, is a really cool thing. So I'm excited for this project and thankful to get to be a part of it. I've been wanting to get more involved with the church I attend, which is different from the church I work at part-time. I attend this church and then I work at a different one part-time. So being able to get involved with this church that I attend and actively go to is a really cool opportunity. So yeah, looking forward to this project next week. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.